guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Karina from the Department of CSE Cybersecurity. Our today's subject is Indian Knowledge System and our topic is quite interesting today. It's about the traditional knowledge. So, what exactly is traditional knowledge? It is nothing but passing down of the information from one generation to the next, like how we have been taught by our parents, and our parents will be taught by their parents. This is what is the oral transmission of knowledge from one generation to another. And then what else is there in the traditional knowledge, it has innovations, it has practices of indigenous and the local communities, the local rules which were followed. And it has in diverse fields, for example, agriculture, medicine, biodiversity, and arts. So, what exactly is Indian knowledge system? It is a holistic framework which integrates diverse fields of knowledge seamlessly. It has ancient texts like Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, etc. And what exactly is Indian knowledge system? It has an interconnectedness between the ancestors as well as us. So how the knowledge is being floated in the generation, that is how it has been here. Like it emphasizes sustainability and the mutual relationships. For example, Ayurveda. It is an ancient Indian medical system. It is over 5,000 years old. So next, what are the key areas? Main is the Ayurveda, as I've already mentioned. It is a traditional medicine for holistic well-being. It has more than 3,000 medicinal plants. Next is yoga, physical, mental, and spiritual practices. Patanjali Yoga Sutras were already around in 400 CE, were found out. And then agriculture. Sustainable farming techniques uses bio fertilizers and crop rotation. So, traditional medicine, which is Ayurveda. Why is Ayurveda used? It is for the holistic healing, balances the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha doshas. And what are the natural remedies in Ayurveda? We use herbs, we use minerals, and we use it for lifestyle adjustments also. The best example for a natural remedy is haldi. Haldi has been used for many medicinal properties. It has been used if you're wounded from your parents would be telling you apply some turmeric on it so that you will heal faster. So those are the natural remedies. Those are the traditional knowledge which is deeply rooted in our culture. And then the preventative care. It promotes wellness and natural healing. Next is yoga. It has three core elements: asanas, pranayamas, and meditation. But it has a global recognition. It can be used for therapies and it is recognized worldwide. And on 21st, we celebrate 21st June, we celebrate Yoga Day. Next is the sustainable agriculture. Again, 4 key points. Crop rotation. It enhances the soil fertility. Intercropping. It will maximize the land use. Organic fertilizers. It nourishes the soil naturally. Resource conservation. It protects the water and soil. Next. So where our Indian traditional knowledge is that we have used in Ayurveda, as I've already mentioned earlier, surgical techniques like plastic surgery, cataract operations were long before the modern medicines were performed. Zero and infinity. Indian mathematicians, they've already pioneered the concept of zero and explored infinity already, even before the modern sciences. Natural dyes and eco-friendly practices. Traditional textiles used plant-based dyes and early form of sustainable production. Sulabha Sutras, which is a book on geometry and rituals. Ancient texts describe geometrical shapes used for Vedic rituals, showing deep mathematical knowledge. Again, the sustainable agriculture, mixed cropping, natural pest control, organic fertilizers were practiced in India thousands of years ago. Astronomical precision. Aryabhata work calculated solar years, planetary positions, Earth's rotation with great accuracy. Even before the modern sciences said that the Earth rotates around the sun, it was already said in our Shastras. Oral traditions and memory techniques like Vedic chanting used for structured recitations to preserve texts with methods like Padapata and Karmapatha. And the cultural legacy. India's traditional knowledge system reflects ingenuity, creativity, and deep connection with nature. So, how do we preserve and protect our traditional knowledge? First are the challenges. What are the main challenges? The modernization and the globalization, the mixing of the Western culture. That is a main challenge. And what the government can do, it can take some initiatives documenting it. And what are our community roles? Vital for preservation efforts. If there is any function we can have in a community and we can grow our traditional knowledge there. So, case studies of successful traditional knowledge applications. First, disaster management. Obviously, first there was no any weather forecasting. It was only based on they used to predict the weather patterns. They used to predict the time based on the movement of the sun or on the position of the sun. And then now the modern integration is also been there. Traditional knowledge informs new medicine development, and the impact of traditional knowledge, how much is been helped with the Western knowledge. No, the future of traditional knowledge. First is in education integration. I have not mentioned this earlier, but this Indian knowledge system is also integrated into our engineering so that we may have deep knowledge about Indian culture. So that is how we can even integrate this subject into education, even in schools where we already have a subject, general knowledge, where a small subpart can be a Indian knowledge system. Then the policy making, influencing governance for decisions, and then intercultural dialogue, where promoting global knowledge exchange worldwide. Then we should have a community value where you have to recognize the indigenous contributions. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe.